Watch out, world. Here I come. Because I think I found a coach. I know what you're thinking. Oh, another fitness coach. Nah, I didn't find a fitness coach on this one. I found a golf coach. And he's a PGA guy. He played on the PGA Tour. I'm talking about J.J. Wood. No pun intended. Off the green we go. He came in. He was with he was a grad assistant with Coach Pride. Coach Pride was a terrible receiver coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then Coach Phillips.
It always shocks me how like guys get to that level and it's like you suck.
Yeah, but Coach Phillips was the grad assistant, and he would be
the
out there.
coach,
yeah,
really.
He would be like the main coach. So we like watching him. So he's teaching us about like our footwork, and then he left, and then he went to Texas State.
Oh, I didn't know he went there.
Yeah, he went there for like a little bit to like coach, and then he started like moving in SMU, and then wherever, and then
I think that's where I don't know where he went after that. It's kind of when I lost touch.
Yeah, but then Dion called him, so now he's in Colorado.
No shit.
Oh, you ain't know Coach
No,
Phillips? Yeah,
I'm gonna text him when I leave here. And I'm gonna text.
Call Coach Phillips right now, man. We can call him right now.
Yeah, he could be on the podcast.
He could definitely be. Coach Phillips could definitely.
He's a perfect because he was a small guy and he had to be perfect with footwork.
Yeah, you didn't know he was in Colorado. Yeah,
I did not know
he
that.
coached Travis.
Really?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver coach for Travis. Now I don't know yet, but I think he may be. We can check that. I mean, we could definitely look it up.
Oh, so he knew Dion from the Falcons. He knew from Dion when he played there.
And they kept on being friends.
Yeah.
So Coach Phillips, I will say this about Coach Phillips. He's a solid guy. Like if you're his guy, like you're his guy. That's what I was gonna say. Of just like I didn't know, because I like after I left, I went to Southeastern and started playing for Coach Mummy in the air raid offense.
Yeah.
And then but Coach Phillips came from that offense, that run and shoot, June Jones offense, U of H, Andre Ware, all that stuff. And so the one thing, and I lost touch, and somebody had asked him about me. It was like, nah, but Shoney got some routes.
Yeah.
But because I learned everything from him, then after. That's
a good.
That's a good
coming
connection.
From him, like
coming from Coach Phillips. Oh man, but boy, he used to give it to us. He had his cleats on out there.
That's awesome.
He'll come out there with his cleats and catch it.
I wish you would have had like iPhones back then. You could film it. I don't know, because you don't see coaches doing that.
You don't see coaches doing that, but Coach Phillips was out there. So you coach as well. Mm-hmm. Coach golf.
Yes.
Wait. So how long have you been coaching?
15 years. Mm-hmm. So I moved here. So, I mean, I did it on the side when I had a real job. So I tried to play professionally after college. And then I missed golf. And so I started coaching on the side. Yeah. I'd meet people at their courses and help some kids, basically high school kids. And then 2011, I went full time. And then, and then I started a golf academy with Bruce Olson, the guy I was talking about, who was Coach Phillips' golf coach. He was also Scarface's golf coach, the rapper.
Scarface, Scarface, H-Town legend.
And you had to see Bruce. He looks like
I got Scarface. I'm cool with Scarface.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah,
we all need Coach Phillips, Scarface.
That would be a great podcast.
You, we go play golf and we talk about it.
Yeah, we do like a video out playing golf like Good or something.
Okay. So now you were working for him or working with him.
So I learned.
You're partner with him.
Yes. So I started teaching golf with Matt Swanson Golf School. Okay. And then I met Bruce. He was the workhorse, and I didn't know anything at that time, so I just kind of learned from him and a couple other guys, but mainly him. Yeah. And so then about a year and a half into that, we went off on our own and started a golf academy down in Richmond at Pecan Grove. And then from there, then Bryce asked me to be the assistant coach. So I did that for a year and still kept the academy going. And then I ran into the old Oklahoma State coach when I was at OU recruiting, and he was a coach at Ohio State. And he's like, would you want to come be my assistant? So I did that, went up there. And then that's when I realized like my passion is, like I like entrepreneurship and I like coaching. And with the NCAA, there's so many rules, and you couldn't help them as much as you could. Yeah. So 2015, the end of the 2015 season, I came back and just went all in on the golf academy.
Okay, so now you say you're pro, or you played pro.
Yeah, I still play.
You still play?
Yeah.
Are you still considered pro now?
Yeah.
Okay. How do I become a pro?
How
do I become? I want to become. What do I got to do?
You can enter a pro tournament, but you're not a pro till you make money playing golf. At the minor league levels,
I could hustle my boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Making money.
We'd have to look up the technicalities on that.
Okay, gotcha.
But with all this amateurism, NCAA rules, I don't even know what it takes anymore. But to make it to like the PGA Tour Pro, man, they've made it a tough road. It's for about 8 years or so, they didn't even have a straight path to get a card. You could be the #1 player in the World Amateur rankings, but you'd have to go to PGA Tour or Korn Ferry Tour qualifying school, get through. There's about 10,000 guys that enter. There's like 50 locations. They narrow it down, it's called pre-qualifying, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And then at the very end of that, you could get a Korn Ferry Tour card. But if you're Jordan Spieth and you got a name already, you could get sponsor invites. So you're allowed up to 7 sponsor invitations. And you got to make enough money in those 7. They went off the money list. So you'd have to make enough money in those 7 events to equate to the 125th guy on the money list from the previous year. Then you got a card. Because like Jordan didn't make it out of the second stage of PGA Tour qualifying school, neither did Brooks Koepka. Like, it's a hard road. And then they took away all the cards, and now they've redone it after the live stuff started, and now there's 5 cards.
Now there's 5 cards that you
out of the whole world, yeah.
And so, okay, now, all right, I can't become pro.
Well, you could.
I could, but it's gonna take too long. It's gonna take away. All right, so now you have when would you say? And I want to know, like, how can I just play all my holes without
without losing your balls?
Yes. Yes, without or finishing the course, 18 holes. Right.
So because you get a little
I get tired, and and like how do you do that? Like because let's be honest, you guys don't look like you're in the best shape.
No.
But you guys are, and you guys are walking.
Yeah.
But you're not carrying your bag, but you're still walking to the next hole.
You're on your feet for 5 hours, and it's more the mental exhaustion, I think, and if you're really out of shape, like I found myself when I got out of shape, and now I'm trying to get back in shape because I'm 41 now, but like your lower body gets worn out, and you start hitting it left. If you're a right-hander, you'll start hooking it because you can't rotate as fast. So that's a physical element, but mentally, I mean, people don't understand when you're grinding, like golf's so much mental. And if you rarely do you have your best day in golf, so you're always playing with your BEC game, but you got to get it around, and you got to grind mentally, and
Okay, here we go.
But the simplest way, so what's kept me competitive, because, I run a golf academy, and is you gotta find what works for you in your swing. So like for me, I've just simplified it. Luckily, I've been around good coaches, but I didn't really understand when I was a player, like, because, you're taking lessons, you're searching for stuff. But then I kind of figured it out as a coach. Like, if I can stay more centered, not have, weight shift, and I can hit it more solid consistently and just hit a left to right curve every time, that's what the game's all about. Like, just hitting it solid consistently with the same curve, the same miss, and you can manage your game pretty well. But everyone tries to make a perfect golf swing, hit it far, which they don't realize if you hit the center of the face, it's going way further than if you swing out of your shoes and hit the toe or heel, because that's what's going to happen most of the time. And so I'm still one of the longer hitters, but I give it probably 70%, effort, just so I can, just swing within myself and just stay real centered when I swing.
Okay, so when in my brain, now I need help knowing what to think about before I hit that ball.
Yep.
I get, like, once I'm looking at it and my swing is ready, what are you thinking about? Like, how do I clear my mind?
So I had a really good coach. I was about to quit my college team when I was out at Pepperdine, because like I knew I was as good as these guys, but I was like 4, 5, 6 man. I'd get left out, you know. So I met a performance coach. He played on the PGA Tour, and the biggest thing that helped me with him was a mental game scorecard. So he's like, when you're on the driving range hitting balls, like play a round of golf on the range, like your upcoming tournament course. Like imagine, you know, the hole, you know, and he's like, go through your routine and you grade yourself based on how well you committed to the shot. He's like, so your awareness, you know, like you start paying attention to what's going on in your head. And
what if you be like, man, that shot sucked?
Well, before the shot.
Before the shot, you got to say that shot was good. So
before the shot. So
yeah.
Step one is so this is when you got to be analytical. But the problem is we tend to be analytical the entire time.
Yeah.
And that's where golf instruction.
You write numbers down.
Yeah.
I got my golf out.
Yeah.
And I'm putting in, so everything is analytical.
Yeah, I played golf with Derek Lewis like a month ago, the UFC guy.
Yeah.
And he piped one off the first hole, so he posted it to his Instagram. And then he hit a bad shot, and he went back to his Instagram. They're giving him golf tips. And I'm like, this is why amateurs suck. You're looking at every little trick that's not going to work, you know.
Okay.
But so step one, like every shot, you got to treat the same. And okay, what's the lie going to do? So if the ball's above my feet, it's going to want to shoot left. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just going to aim right. And then is there wind? Get the yardage. And so you're always trying to find the. So Tiger used to say, you know, be conservative, be safe or whatever, and then swing aggressive. And you make a lot better swings when you're not trying to pull off that heroic.
Is Tiger the greatest golfer ever?
Yes, and the older generation doesn't believe or doesn't, you know.
I'm the younger generation. Is he?
Yes.
He's better than Arnold Palmer.
Oh yeah. Oh, by far, yes.
Better than Jack
is
Nicklaus.
the only one is between him and Jack.
Greg Norman.
Yes.
Cha-Cha.
Chi-Chi. He might have been, I don't know who's more entertaining. He was pretty cool.
Okay. But go ahead. So.
But yeah, he's the best. He just created his own worst enemy, you know, because he was an athlete.
Yeah.
And then he got like the Dustin Johnsons of the world. Like, it was literally my age group, like Dustin Johnson, Anthony Kim, if you remember him.
Yeah.
All these guys.
What about Vijay Singh?
You know,
Breon
knows that. Knows VJ. He did TPI with Golf Fitness with his kid and maybe VJ.
I never really knew if VJ was. I didn't know he wasn't black until I got older.
What is he? Well, he's Fiji.
Yeah, but I always thought he was black. And then it was just like.
No, he's from Fiji, little island. He still does that. Like, I don't know how his back is. I already got back issues, and he's grinding 8 hours a day on the driving range still. Like, he'll do old school way of doing it, but he works his ass off.
Okay, so Tiger used to say about like having like that mental.
Smart targets, and like he's played a really good round. I've heard it in a press conference after he finished a good round. And he's like, I just like this golf course. Like, my eye just sees that smart target, and I can swing aggressive.
Yeah.
And so that's why amateurs are always trying to hit a perfect shot. Pros aren't. They're trying to hit a good quality shot, but they're not trying to hit it in the hole every time. Like, they're trying to play it's strategy. So you got to find the wide spots. You got to, find the shot shape that fits your eye. There's a lot of stuff. Just understanding and owning your game, like Donnie Darr, that was the Oklahoma State coach that I coached with at Ohio State. It was all about owning your game. Like,
how can I own my game when I'm playing with my boys and they're always making fun of me when I miss it or whiff it or swing it? So
that's the hardest thing.
Do I have to go out golfing by myself?
So if you get an instructor you trust, a coach, and take a few lessons, and like if you become a student of the game, not just do what I tell you to do, but start to understand when I do this, it makes the ball do that, and you have to put a feel to it. Like, people just focus on technique and all this, and that's what I did when I played, and maybe why I didn't make it, full time. But now as a coach, I'm just focused on feels, and like I have, TrackMan launch monitor. We have launch monitors that gives us feedback on what exactly happened. So I'm like, okay, so my feel's off. So now I got to do this, and then, okay, that's what straight feels like. And I got to just kind of groove that a little bit.
A launch monitor?
You never heard of those?
Man, listen, I'm trying to learn how to be a better golfer through you.
Yeah, so everyone thinks it's like really, I was self-taught, and I'm not smart enough to get that complicated. But I know when it says I'm swinging 2 degrees left and my face is 5 degrees right, that's a slice, right? It's a lot easier. The club face, where that's pointing at impact when it hits the ball, is 80-ish% of your direction. So everyone starts swinging in, like changing their pass. go to the easy route and focus on the club face, and it's a lot easier to change too in a round of golf to Band-Aid it.
You're my golf coach now, so when I text you at night about my golf swing, are you explaining it like this on a text message? Like how can you?
Yeah, so with my students, like the better player, like the guys that actually practice and want to get better, and like I know their tendencies, and that's what you got to start to know is like, oh, I tend to like my tendency is to cut my wrist. It's a club face wide open. I hit it right, so after the shot, instead of throwing my club, unless I keep hitting it right when I know not to do that, I keep doing it. But like I know, okay, post-shot routine, you got to have a post-shot routine. Why did that happen? And you got to kind of tap into what did it feel like and have like a checklist in your head. Like
it sucked.
Yeah.
Or it felt.
Yeah, well, you say, so the first question is, did I 100% commit to that shot?
I got to ask myself that every time.
And then you're going to be like, as you do it more and more, you'll realize, like at first you'll be like, I don't know, because you're not aware of it, you're just scatterbrained, and worried and, result oriented, but as you do it and you like, okay, so you got to have a coach to kind of teach you what causes what, because you're not a golf instructor, but then you have a checklist in your head, and now I know why it went right. Because I'm in tune with man, I got quick in the transition. That gets me out ahead of the ball, the face is open, or I cup the wrist, and I go through that checklist and try to remember what it felt like. And then I make a practice swing trying to do what I wanted to do. Then I move on, you have closure, you go on to the next shot.
Yeah. Okay. So do I have to get a golf coach? Because it sounds like it's expensive. Mm-hmm. Sounds like, and I'm saying we got it, but
that was my biggest thing, because I used to feel bad. I was self-taught. I had to convince my dad. When I got to college, I'm like, Dad, these guys are they've had the top coaches in the world. We paid, this guy said he'll only charge me $50 for a lesson. He's one of the best rated coaches. My dad's like, you got this far, doing it. And I'm I know.
I feel like most guys are self-taught. I'm self-taught.
Because it's too expensive. And so that's why I wanted to come back and do my academy model, because people are charging $250 an hour for a lesson. You can't make anybody better. Unless they have millions of dollars, and to give them enough time, so I started an academy membership. So they have unlimited practice hours at our facility. So me and two other coaches are there, and we have video, we have the data, launch monitors on each one. And so we give them one private lesson a month, and they have unlimited, so they could be in there 5 days a week. And the ones that are, they get a lot better, because they start to understand, what their swing is and what it produces. And then you gotta build confidence, and you got to get away from the fear, and that's where the pre-shot routine practice is huge, because that's how you distract your mind from worrying about water over there, right over there. There's a tree branch, describe to yourself or visualize it.
There goes that golf cart rolling by again. Why is this guy stopped?
And I used to always wonder, you watch golf on TV and you see how fans just and I used to always be
how do you?
But then I got into my first major championship, which was a Super Bowl, PGA Championship.
What was your first major?
The PGA Championship in 2017.
You was in the PGA Championship in 2017.
Yeah, talk about getting nervous. I don't practice, and I'm like, wait, I qualified? How did I do that?
Are you a real life Happy Gilmore or something right here?
Kind of. I have to dress nicer.
Yeah, you got to dress. Okay.
Not much nicer, but.
Nah, I play Happy Gilmore.
It's coming out today.
Is it?
Yeah. On Netflix, Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 2017. 2017 is a big year for a lot of people. A lot of good things happened in 2017. The Astros won in 2017.
I know. That's what I was saying.
So 2017.
I was like, it's Houston's year, me and the Astros.
Houston's year was 2017. Yeah. So 2017. Would you say that that was you were in your peak performance qualifying?
I would say so. We have a South Texas PGA, so it's for guys that are in the industry. You have to pass a player ability test, which isn't very hard.
Yeah.
But then we have about 100 guys per event. We have 5 main events per year, and it's kind of like the FedEx Cup. So you get points based on how you finish, and at the end of the year, the leader of the points list gets 1 PGA Tour exemption. South Texas owns the rights to Houston. We have sponsor exemptions to the Houston Open, San Antonio Valero, and the Mexico Open in Puerto Vallarta. And so,
which is very nice. You ever been to Puerto Vallarta?
No, and
hung out?
It drives me nuts because I should have had Houston and that one year, but yeah.
Puerto Vallarta, like best food, best people. Everybody, every time you walk.
Oh, I've been to Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah, have you been?
I haven't been to the event. Though.
Oh, you haven't been to the event.
But the event I hear is awesome too.
Oh, okay, the event.
Because they talk about how the people treat them, and they
people
take
so
them
nice.
on these boats and make them all their food. And like,
it's so good. It's like you can essentially be a vegetarian in PV. And like, cause all they do is just add the meat. You be like, no, I don't need anything. Food. Everybody says hola. You like hola. You know, before, you come back to the States. You be like hola. Everybody be like, what?
Yeah, I know.
They're like saying hey.
It's
like
crazy.
It's pleasant.
Like, I know. And they're so much nicer. I get it.
Yeah. So 2017, you qualified.
So that last tournament of the year for the South Texas PGA is the section championship. So the winner of that gets one of the tour starts, but the top 7 from South Texas PGA go to the PGA Professional Championship, which is on the Golf Channel, and the top 20 from that go to the PGA Championship. So that's the route I got in. So I finished like 9th at the Nationals, and then and then I got in the PGA Championship. So
you got a PGA Championship. Did you get like a swag bag like they do in, you get to your hotel? Are you paying for everything, or they be like, hey?
They give you, so the PGA of America gives us enough money to pay for the travel, the housing and stuff. But then like I'm on with like Ping clubs, you get bonus through that. That's what people don't realize when they see like Scotty Scheffler making $40 million last year. He probably made an extra $80 million from his sponsors with all the incentive. Like me, it's like $2,000, but it's like, right. But they make more on the sponsor side than the prize money side.
How often, okay, so you're like there and your first shot, like walk me through like you like walking out of your tent, you got your caddy with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, you dress fresh.
Yeah.
Did you have like an outfit laid out this morning? Did you put it out on the bed?
Oh yeah.
Your outfit's laid on the bed, your shorts, your shoes, you like,
everything.
I'm gonna kill him with this.
Yeah, yep.
You did that?
Oh yeah. And I'm not a fashionable guy at all. But
and golf clubs are sitting over there?
New fresh shirts with my logo on it, and then my hat with the logo on it, And then so I got a tee time on Thursday, the first round. And it was not the group behind, but like 2 groups behind, Ricky Fowler, Phil Mickelson, and another big name. And it's 100,000 people there. And you're like, I've never hit in front of like more than 40 people probably, And so I'm real big into like mental game and stuff. I got my master's degree in that area, sports psychology.
Yeah.
And
oh no, you mean real mental games?
Yeah.
So you okay?
So breathing. The best tip I could give anyone is learning how to breathe correctly, because like a 4-second inhale, pause for 2, exhale for 8. You can do that. That really calms you. So I have a.
Do you want to breathe now? You want to have a nice breathing?
I can show you the app. It's pretty funny. Okay. But it's called like Apnea Trainer. It's free. But so I learned, my old business partner is a U of H men's golf coach, and they had a Navy SEAL come in and talk to the team. So when I qualified, he called me. He knew I was all about like the breathing visualization. That really helped me.
Yeah.
And he's like, so we had a Navy SEAL come in and talk to the team, and they do a 6-6-6-6 routine when they go on a mission. So they, for 6-second inhale, 6-second pause, 6-second exhale, 6-second pause for like 15 minutes before they're gonna like jump out of a helicopter. Because that gets your clarity, like your logical, all that, you're calm, and you can execute.
Okay.
And so I had a month between qualifying and getting in. So it took me a couple times doing that 6-6-6 to be able to do it, and then like hold and like exhale that long and all that. But then, so I could do it easy by the time I went to the PGA. And then I get to the PGA and I'm like lacing up my shoes, and I see like John Rahm walking by, and I'm like, God damn. And then I see Phil, and I'm like, yeah. So
you saw Phil?
Oh, Phil actually, I got a great story about him.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And
then we'll get back to it.
So I was actually on Titleist staff at that time, but my stuff didn't arrive from Titleist, and I was a little upset. Like, I get into a major and you don't send me my shoes. You didn't send me this putter I'd been asking for. And so my Callaway rep here in Houston, he wanted us to get an account at Wildcat. So he knew I was frustrated with Titleist already. So he contacted the tour rep for Callaway, and he said, hey, there's this club pro or teaching pro that's going to be there. Treat him like a king kind of thing. Because I get there and Callaway makes only like 50 bags per major. And so you have like a plaque on it, it has your name on it, and it's themed with, so it's Charlotte, North Carolina, so it's Tar Heel themed. And I have a bag in front of my locker like Phil does, the same one that all the Callaway guys got. And I'm like, why do I have this bag? And so the Callaway rep texts me, he's like, oh, just in case, you know, you decided you wanted to switch over, you know, because he was trying to get me to switch over.
To get you to switch.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, their tour rep comes up. He's like, you need help with anything? I know you got our driver, and Aaron back in Houston's been helping you. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. And he's like, well, Phil's in the what do you call it, tour van where they do all the equipment stuff. And Phil's very into, he does like his own, he's like a scientist. And he's like, he's all by himself, you can meet Phil. He's like, so I'm like, well, yeah, I got a Callaway 3, but let me just go with this and act like I need to get it fixed or something. So I go in there and Phil, I walk in, it was the Epic 3-wood. And I'd never really even hit this thing. I just had it. And Phil's like, what is that there? Because he's the only one in there. His guy is like doing what Phil told him to do, building his club. And he's like, what through is that? I was like, the Epic. He's like, you like that? And I was like, no, it's not really working. Like, I was making it up. I didn't really hit it. He's like, yeah, that thing sucks, man. He's like, we got to get you in something better. He's like, hey, Johnny, get him steelhead. And then he started, John's like, okay, like, I'm trying to finish for your club.
You're just standing there.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm trying to act like I'm supposed to be there.
Because you are. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be there.
Yeah, and so he, and I'd always heard stuff about Phil, like, from my peers that I knew that made it, like, he was an ass to them. Like, he wasn't what you saw on TV, but he was the nicest could be when I met him. And so, but he knew I was a teaching pro, you know, he didn't think.
So he respected you as
well, I don't think he thought I was competition. That's how I kind of took it, but he was awesome. And so he builds me this 4-wood. It's the best. So the par 5s are all like 600 yards. So I had a 3-wood, I could hit 290, a Titleist one, but it would carry 250 and roll out forever. And you needed something that could carry and stop. So Phil's like, well, how do you attack the ball? How, like, all this technical stuff. And I just tell him, like, he doesn't see my swing or nothing. And he tells Johnny what to do. This thing, we go out to, so I was carrying mine around 260, rolling to like 290. His was carrying 290, stopping at 296, like a wedge. It was crazy. I was like, no wonder you guys are so damn good out here. And now I'm not playing as good, so I can't do that. It wasn't
because of the club.
Well, they make the clubs perfect. Yeah, out of the tour.
And here I am. I'm just trying to get my driver right for my height because I feel like my driver is too tall for me. So I gotta.
Well, you need to come out because with drivers, it's all about the shaft. You got to get the right shaft. All the heads are maxed out, like they have limitations on them, you know. I think the Ping driver, because I was on TaylorMade staff a few years ago, but I played a Ping driver and they got mad at me, so then I just went all Ping because the quality of the Ping clubs are just, they're so consistent. The driver, the mishits are so good, but you need the right shaft, like, so because of the spin rates and so you really got to get kind of specific with the shaft. It's not so much the head.
How often were you practicing before you, like, that month?
I probably practiced too much because I wasn't used to practicing anymore. And I averaged like 69 in tournaments that year. And but I was practicing, like, because I was able to go out to the tour departments, make sure my equipment's all good and all that. So, and then I kind of took time off, you know. So I was playing with my dad when I go back because we're from San Diego area in Yuma. And so I was probably doing like 4 days a week, which back when I played full time, it was like I'd take a day off every 2 weeks. But as a teaching pro, you know, I play maybe 1 round a month, but I have simulators. So I'm always, every day, I'm just keeping my feel in tune because I get the data, you know.
Okay, so you got golf simulators. Now, speaking of simulators, that just made me started to think, maybe I may not can get on this pro tour.
Yeah.
But maybe
they've started them.
The TGL.
So
how hard do I gotta train just as hard? Do I gotta be? Can I?
I don't know that process yet.
Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah.
But I'm thinking those are going to pop up more and more as that's the way golf's going. Like
that is the future.
The
of
industry
golf.
Data shows this a couple of years ago, but it was getting pretty equal how many rounds indoors versus outdoors because the simulators track rounds and people turn in their scores for their handicap. and golf courses have rounds, keep track of rounds. So it was like 45, 55 outdoor, and and now I think it's pretty close to 50-50.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so much less time. The technology's gotten so good that it's pretty realistic. I mean, you'll get glitches here and there, but and for me, I think it's smarter because after every shot, you're getting feedback. And like, I never got feedback when I used to practice. I just bang my club, reach over, but I can look at the data and be like, oh, okay, I did that, and I fix it. I don't just keep going down the wrong path. So,
Is there another league for me to join? Can I join?
Yeah, there's.
I'm talking about the TGL.
Yeah, so they're well. You might want to save your money because I got my ass whooped in this first indoor league. So these Northern Europeans, because they play indoors, like seriously, like
it's cold over there.
Yeah,
It's
they're pros, like, and so it's called the Next Golf Tour, and they partner with TrackMan, and so because TrackMan's locked, you can't cheat the system, like you can't break, and whatever, and you got to film through the app so you don't have Rory show up playing for you or something,
Yeah.
But these guys are shooting 62, 61. And I'm struggling to, like, simulator golf's harder to me, like, 'cause you got to putt it out, like, yeah, and they're playing for about, I think it was 40,000 a week, like winning check.
Yeah.
And and they had like 5 events, I think. Yeah, because one guy made one guy dominated, I think, this year or the year before, and it was like almost like 150 grand he made in those events.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I could be.
And yeah, so I would start in the recreational league, get a little bit of coaching before, because you got to pay an entry fee. It's actually not for golf entry fees. It's $150, which if you're playing minor league golf,
I didn't even know that there was a recreational fee. I mean, a recreational league.
Oh yeah.
There's a rec golf league.
They're popping up all over. Yeah, there's probably 5 to 10 in Houston.
Listen, I feel
we did one at our place.
I feel like y'all gonna laugh at me because I feel like I laughed at the guys who played in the rec football league. You know what I'm saying? Like the rec flag. I'll be like, you're playing rec football? For
so
what?
I got a funny story because
I'm playing rec golf.
You know how golf's so like etiquette, talk crap and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is January. It's like the kickoff for the season. Kind of, it's a 2-man kind of fun thing, but it's competitive. And we got paired with 2 guys, and they set up the course ridiculously hard and at TPC San Antonio. And so I'm like, I tend to zone out because I get bored after like 7 holes if it's not like a real tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of zoning out, waiting to putt like my 18-inch putt, but it's on the side of a hill like this. And the other team, his guy had 2 feet, and it was like that. And I was just thinking about like, I hope I don't miss like all the bad stuff in normal view.
You weren't locked in.
No.
You weren't doing your breathing.
Yeah, I do that on every shot.
Okay, you do it on every shot, yeah.
Not that much, or 666, but I make sure that's my main swing thought, really.
Okay.
So I was sitting there with and I have a new instructor. He was my partner, first time like playing in the South Texas PGA, and he's all kind of nervousy. And I was just thinking like, God, that'd be embarrassing if I missed this putt. And then as I'm thinking that, the guy missed his like 2-foot putt. And I just busted out laughing because I was thinking of me, like, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I thought I was going to.
You can't laugh at the guys at the
I know.
You can't laugh.
But see, sometimes I just forget where I'm at.
You can't laugh at the guys at the rec league. It was rec league.
Well, it was South Texas PGA, so they're pros, but not all guys in that are like what you think of a pro. So.
Okay, yeah, because I only think
you have to be able to shoot in the 70s and stuff
to be a pro.
To get in the PGA program and be considered a pro, yeah.
All right, well, maybe I'll just go join the rec league.
You could become a PGA professional. We get you that good. So people get mixed up PGA Tour, PGA of America. So PGA Tour is Jordan Spieth, Tiger Woods. PGA of America used to be the PGA Tour, but they got overtaken. Kind of how LIV came out, right? The PGA Tour came out, overtook PGA of America, but they have a partnership still. And so they only own the PGA championships for like men, women. And then they have like a few spots in each, because apparently it's like over $1 million, the value of a spot in that tournament.
Yeah.
So, but we have chapters, and you have to be so good to get in, but in middle school, I probably could have gotten in.
Right.
But then they're at the top end, they're really good. We probably got 15, 20 guys with tour experience. So it's tough. Like now we got a couple new fresh guys like Bobby Gates. played on tour. He's about 39 now, but he fresh off tour. Carlos Sainz, they have top 10s in tour events, and I gotta play my next match against Bobby Gates in a match play thing.
So you are playing. Okay, well, I guess I can do this. I guess I can.
You can do it.
I guess I can.
Because I tell the younger guys, because they're still trying to make it, that teach with me.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to help them with their game. They make some money so they can survive, and they have access to all the resources. But I'm like, you don't reach your prime till your 30s and 40s. You're still in your 40s. Yeah.
So, but what happens when you get in your 50s?
Genetics. You gotta and how much you beat your body up like Tiger, which you played football, so.
But I stopped early. I stopped at like 28.
Yeah.
That was it. Once I got cut, then.
Yeah, it seems like everyone like in our age group, they like get obsessed right around mid 30s or something. I don't know what it is.
With
golf.
With golf.
Oh yeah.
Mine's happened later. You know what? Mine's happened in a year after the pandemic, when it should have happened in the pandemic.
Yeah.
But mine's happened in 2021, so I got like really obsessed. I bought the starter club, and I just kept playing every day.
Well, whenever you have time, like really come out, and don't go to like a club champion club fitting. They'll charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's very important, but it's not that complicated.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm gonna win the rec league. We're gonna win the rec. You're gonna coach me.
I help. I see people. Well, you're an athlete, so you have an athlete mindset.
Yeah.
But I get these guys. You know, they were good, say, high school basketball player, but they didn't play at a high level. You know, college D1, and like they just don't have confidence. I'm like, man, your golf swing's better than mine. I can beat you because I know how to play, but like you need to go play in the Houston City Amateur. Like go qualify. If you break 80, you can get in.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't think. It's like, no,
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and then it's gonna be called Happy Gilmore 3.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be in it. We're gonna win the rec league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll be on your team.
It was a great conversation, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.